My name is Natasha. I've just opened my own practice doing audiology, so ear care. The business is Auditorium Hearing, and I'd like to welcome you to the auditorium.
Okay, so before we get to talking about the setting up of the business and everything else, why should people come to you rather than the NHS, or do you complement the NHS? Okay, yeah. Let's just get that one out of the way.
No, that's a nice question. I think we're super privileged to live in the UK, where we've got the NHS service and we've got the private service. I started out in the NHS and I'm still all heart NHS. What's nice is that we've got the option of an alternative service. So in the NHS, you have great clinicians and access to technology and things for free. But what the private sector offers you is just greater choice, really. You tend to get seen when you want to be seen, you get seen quicker, you get exposure to technology levels if you come for a hearing device, and you can choose your style. We call it form factor in the business, but the style, so if you want something on the ear or in the ear, or that's got a bit more tech to it, because hearing aids and hearing devices have got lots of technology, they're really cool. You can even have things like falls detection. So you've got falls detection, so some hearing aids even have a feature in them. They've got motion sensors that can alert someone if you've fallen over. So when you come to an independent, or if you come and see me, you're getting access to a lot more choice and a lot more options.
So could people sort of bypass their doctor and just come straight to you and get a hearing test and get everything sorted in the same couple of weeks?
Absolutely. So you book in for a hearing test, and if your hearing looks straightforward, there's no reasons to refer you through to ENT, because there's certain triggers that we might see if there's an asymmetry, or if you report something in your history that we need to flag it with the medical professionals, with the doctors, we would do so. But if everything's straightforward, you could come, choose a device, choose a package or solution, and then get fitted as soon as that arrives.
Okay, just a couple more questions then before we get on to the boring bits.
Okay.
Age range, do you do very small children to wonderfully seasoned individuals?
Yeah, so absolutely. I do hearing tests from as old as you can comfortably sit and follow an instruction. I think for younger children, you're probably better off being seen in the NHS, because the techniques you need two people.
Yeah.
So say from about 4 or 5, I can do hearing tests up to whatever wonderful age you manage to get to. For hearing aids though, I'm just an adult service. So for hearing aids, probably maybe 16 or 18.
But if you've got a concerned parent who maybe thinks, is my child just ignoring me, or should I go down the route? They could come and have a quick hearing test to know that they can then get involved in the NHS.
Yeah. I wanted to put that service on so you could get seen quickly. So if you had a concern, rather than waiting, going to see your GP, being on a waiting list, waiting a long time, you can find out immediately if there's a problem with your child.
And then you'll know whether you just need to get a hearing aid for the child or heering device, or whether it's just the child being independent.
Not interested in what
being independent. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
What about, speaking from experience, can you help people who've just got tinnitus maybe as well? Because a lot of people don't regard that as needing a hearing aid as such, but you tell us more.
Yeah, so you can come and have a tinnitus assessment. There's lots of myths and theories about tinnitus, whether there's a cure. It's not necessarily about getting rid of it. It is very much about your mindset and managing it. So you can come, you can do assessments. If there's a hearing loss alongside that, we can work out a solution. If not, there's other strategies and coping mechanisms that you can put in place that we can work through to help you manage your tinnitus.
Okay, so if anybody's basically got any concerns about their ears in any way,
essentially, yeah, come and see me.
Come and see you. Do you even, have you seen the latest thing on TikTok where everybody sits and watches everybody having their ears cleaned out? Do you even do that?
I haven't seen that on TikTok, but yes, absolutely. Yes. You can come and get microsuction, so get your ear clean if you feel that your ears are blocked.
Okay, so that's what you've been doing recently then. So have you always been based in this area? When did you set up? How did you find it? Sorry, I'm throwing lots of questions at you.
That's fine. So this is the first time I've opened up on my own. I have owned a business before, that was a franchise. But my audiology career, which is my second career because I did research first, my audiology career started in the NHS. I'm scientist trained in audiology, so that means I got exposure to newborn testing, paediatrics, adults, complex adults. I even worked in a cochlear implant centre, so you've probably seen some of the celebrities like Fury on Gladiators or Natasha from Love Island. They were actually fitted at the cochlear implant centre that I used to work at. Oh. So I did cochlear implants and complex audiology, and then I was kind of accosted over to the private side when I was getting my eyes tested at Specsavers. And I ended up managing the audiology business at Chorley and Leyland. And then from there I decided that wasn't really my big passion, and I moved over to Specsavers team as a clinical trainer, helping to improve clinical standards across the estate. And then from there I moved over to a manufacturer, working as the head of training, audiology training, and I had managed a small team, and we looked after the UK and Ireland.
So how long have you been in these, it's a lovely office, everybody needs to come and see it, but how long have you been in here now then?
So I officially opened on the 3rd of March, and I used that date because that was World Hearing Day, and so everyone was talking about ears and hearing, and I thought what a great day to officially open the business.
Right, so how did you get here? Did you have any experience yourself in setting up a business, or did you...
No, it's very much a learning curve. So everything from here on out is luck and learning, very much so. So I looked at a few different premises. I did toy with where to locate the business, but at the end of the day, I thought if you're working for yourself, might as well be close to home. So that's why I ended up here, and then I've done a little bit of work on this office to make it feel comfortable. I didn't want it to be a clinical environment.
No, it's far from a clinical environment, and yeah, if anybody wants to come and see it, I'm sure you'll be happy to show them round. But yes, nice velvet settees and stuff, exactly.
Indeed. Come, have a cup of tea, and we can discuss any potential wants or needs.
So, you've been working, or you were introduced to Amir, who's one of our Growth Lancashire advisors here in Chorley. So he met up with you. Did he meet with you at Strawberry Fields, or did he come here?
No, at Strawberry Fields.
Okay, so how's business going then? Are you starting to pick clients up now then?
I think because it's so early, what's happening is if I go out on social media with a bit of a campaign or a story, I get some interest, and then that fizzles away, and then I have to do something else. It's not like people know about me yet, so it's a steady stream, but that's what you expect, really.
Okay. Do you think you'd have got here faster or slower?
No, I think it's really great. The support it's fantastic. So I've attended workshops and meetings, cybersecurity, the facilities to have mentors and people to point you in the right direction. So it really has been a help.
Yes, we were both on that session, weren't we? Lancashire Police came down and did a cybersecure thing, which was eye-opening.
Scary.
Have you now got a VPN?
Not yet, actually.
I did.
Did you get one?
Yes, I got one, a VPN immediately, which is on my...
I went round changing my password, so I did.
No, I just got a VPN for my private computer, because obviously my work computer has one, but yes, for my private one, I immediately. So yeah, I would recommend anybody going and listening to any cyber at the moment. It's scary, the things that happen there. So what's next for you then? What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm still very much working on my visibility. So reaching out, I'm reaching out to companies in construction and manufacturing to think about more like occupational, looking after your workforce. So yeah, it's just very much about just building awareness, really.
Okay, so your manufacturers that you're reaching out to, just in case anybody's watching who's in that business, sort of what area? Is it sort of whole of Lancashire, North West that you want to work with?
So I'm happy to come out and test on site. So as long as it's within a reasonable travel distance, Lancashire, Manchester, I'm happy to do that. So if you've got staff members that are exposed to high noise floor, definitely above 80 dB, I'm happy to come out and test or work with you just to make sure that hearing stays healthy and also provide hearing protection potentially.
It does save, eventually it will save a business on being potentially sued.
Absolutely.
Some far down the line when they're not providing adequate hearing resources, isn't it? Yes. I do have a brother that's been down that route, so yes.
Yeah.
So yes, any businesses out there, this is your lady you need to come and talk to. If you could give let's just go with one because we'll not be greedy. If you could give one piece of advice to anyone who's on the cusp of potentially leaving a secure job to set up, what would you say to them?
I would say there's some things that are absolutely fantastic about it. So it's really nice being able to work for yourself. I really enjoy the fact that I don't have to bend or give. I can do things the right way, which is always the way that I wanted to do, and sometimes that doesn't always fit in with a corporation. So working for yourself in that sense is absolutely fantastic, but make sure you've thought about it and you planned it and you have contingencies, because organic growth takes time.
Yes, it does. I always say to people, make sure you've got enough, a secret savings bank account that'll just keep you going for a few months, so you don't have to panic and do silly things. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much, Jim.